Hi friends, happy Wednesday. I hope you all are enjoying this amazing sunny day outside. Sunday was a really special day for all of us as we celebrated the resurrection together. Our life group curriculum examined Jesus' resurrection in 1 Corinthians 15, but our devotions this week look at the resurrection from the perspective of John 11, which tells us about the devastating death of Lazarus, the brother of Mary and Martha and a close friend of Jesus. Jesus hears about Lazarus' death and departs towards Bethany a couple of days later to go to Mary and Martha. When Jesus was just down the road from their home, Martha came out to greet Jesus and said, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." Jesus responded to Martha by saying, "Your brother will rise again." Martha agreed, but she misunderstood what Jesus meant and what he was saying. She thought Jesus meant that Lazarus would rise again at the end of time, when heaven meets earth and eternity begins. Jesus then responded and explained by saying, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he may die, he shall live, and everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this?" Martha understood the concept of the final resurrection of bodies at the end of time, but in the life of Christ, resurrection is transformed from a concept to a person. Jesus declared, "I am the resurrection." This is a moment in which we realize that Easter is not just once a year. Easter is every moment of every day. Jesus is continually in the process of bringing resurrection, bringing life to those who seek Him. Jesus soon journeyed to Lazarus' grave and He said, "Take away the stone," and He raised him from the dead. Because of Jesus, the grave could not hold the life of Lazarus. Just a few short days later, the bruised and pierced body of Jesus Himself would also temporarily lie in a grave. But we know how that story ends. Through faith in Jesus, the grave is only temporary. Just after the raising of Lazarus, the Jews began to celebrate the Passover, which was a festival to celebrate God's faithfulness in leading the Jewish people from slavery in Egypt. Jesus' life, death, and resurrection completed and fulfilled the Passover, as Jesus is the new deliverer from slavery, eternal slavery from sin and death. The grave and sin and death does not rule our realities. Jesus gives us freedom from the grave and sin and death. Last night, my family watched the new Disney movie Onward. The movie was a great movie, but it portrayed a sad view of life and the afterlife. I'm going to try not to spoil the movie for you, but the movie is basically about two brothers who try to bring their dad back to life for one day by using a magic staff that their dad left for them in the attic. The first spell didn't work completely, and only half of their dad appeared, just his legs, basically. They spend the entire movie trying to bring their dad, their full dad, back to life for a short period of time, just to spend the day with him. The movie was really sad. They viewed death as a tragic and permanent reality, and it was only through magic and sorcery that they could bring their dad back to life just for one day. For them, the afterlife was empty and dark and permanent. If we follow Jesus, death is only temporary, and we do not need magic to see our loved ones again. All throughout the movie, I continually reflected upon the beauty of knowing Jesus, that death is temporary and that we have an incredible hope of a beautiful eternity with Him. Every morning, we are awakened to the reality that we have been set free by Jesus. He resurrected our past. He is resurrecting our present as He rules and reigns in our lives and gives us the abundant life that He's promised in Him. And He will resurrect our future when we are raised to spend eternity with Him forever. You have the opportunity every day to worship, to pray to, and to seek our Resurrector in His Word, to enjoy His presence. Roll the stone away in your life and enjoy walking with Jesus, our risen Savior and Lord, forever.
Hi everyone, so we were talking talking about this song that I'm going to sing today called Waymaker, which you all know, but we were talking about it last night at my BCM leadership meeting, and I just remembered how much I love the bridge of this song. It says, even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. And I think right now we can easily fall into the prey of thinking that God's not here and that God's not working, but I think a lot of times we're just not seeing it. So I hope you'll enjoy singing this song with me.